Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing is Therapy. It's time to get that therapy, but in a slightly different way. Hey guys, it's Chris. I'm coming to you guys with another video. This one is for the Pelican Catch Mode 110 for all my kayak viewers out there, man. Listen guys, I had this Pelican, I've done a lot of mods to it, and I've been just really toiling over putting this thing on this roof rack right here, right? Every time I get ready to head out, guys, I gotta put it up here on the boat ramp when it's hot, when it's not, when it's cold, just frustrating, and leads me to just want to hook up the boat to the trailer and just pull it out. So I want to do a kayak, okay? I want to do a kayak trailer. So I ordered the Northern Tools Ironton jet ski trailer, and I'm gonna convert that into a kayak trailer. Pretty much is already set up for that. If you want one to, I'm gonna prep that one, make it look really nice, add a few features to it that I want for this kayak so we can get the Catch Mode 110 onto a kayak trailer, guys. It's gonna make it a lot easier to travel up and down the road. And I want you guys to stay tuned for part 2 after I show all these different things, because I'm also gonna show you how fast you can go with that trailer, because a lot of people ask those questions. How fast can you go with a trailer? Because it seems like the tires are only rated for 55 miles an hour. But without further ado, let's jump right in and let me show you the trailer, lay everything out, and we're gonna get right underway. So guys, ordering this kayak trailer, I think is the best trailer right now for the money, for the price. That's sturdy, that's well built. Only paid about $500 or so for it. You know, with tax, it came 3 weeks. I was worried because a lot of people were saying their stuff may take months, and a lot of parts were missing. So I'm gonna do a quick show of everything that I had here, that I received. I got everything that I needed. So maybe I'm lucky, maybe I'm not, but it did not come with the washers, guys. And I want you guys to understand, when you're using a nylon lock nut, you do not need a locking washer with that. So you don't need to go out and waste buying locking washers. You don't need those. You can use the flat surface washers. You know, those are the ones I'm going to use for like the oval entries that you'll see as we get along, okay? But I'm going to show you what I did. This is how the trailer comes, and I went through a checklist, and I was able to check off all my tools. I counted everything, okay? So I'm going to show you that it does come with everything, and they actually packaged everything in bags. Look, check this out. So they had the lock nuts in here. I marked everything. I counted out everything, but everything was segmented into bags. These are for your axles and the bearings, everything you need to put on there. These are for like all your mounts for your bow stop and everything you need there. All of that. I did buy packs of lock washers for the M10 and M12 bolts right here, and I laid everything out. So I know everything that I need at the time that I need it. So I got all my parts. This is the way the tires came packed. It has grease in there as well, as you can see that. Hopefully you guys can see that in the light. It has blue grease in there. I got the fenders, I got my backing plates, I got my coupler, fenders, everything. So I'm gonna get everything laid out, and this is gonna be the work area, guys. I'm gonna just lay everything out on these bricks right here, have my tongue going that way, the same as my boat trailer, lay everything out, and just kind of put it there. I've seen quite a few videos, and I'm actually gonna reference a couple of videos in here, guys. I should be able to drop them in the description, but there's a guy who does a video about 27 minutes long. It's really detailed. That helped me out when I was even anticipating or thinking about getting this trailer. There's another video that's like 2 hours or so long. He does the full breakdown. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and time lapse do a few things, but the key points I wanna touch on. And whatever I don't touch on, let me know in the comments, all right? So we're gonna get this thing underway, lay everything out, and start getting it assembled, and I'm gonna drop tips as we go. But before I leave, and start that process, guys, I want to let you know, a lot of people were like, man, because I was worried I'm not going to get my MCO or MSO, Manufacturer Statement of Origin, or Manufacturer Certificate of Origin, so you can get your trailer registered. Sometimes they send it afterwards. Mine came in the package, sitting right here. It already came, see? So mine came in there already stamped from someone in China. So I got that already. I just want to let you know it came with what I needed. I don't need to worry about hitting them up for that. It came with all the lights, the wiring, everything. So I'm gonna be able to get this thing done, hopefully in a couple of hours. I got my sockets that you're gonna need, but I also grabbed my MPEG driver and put an adapter on there to see if I can help out and go a little bit faster. And I'm gonna switch up a couple of their little crimps, but we're gonna get underway. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on a tripod and start this process, guys. Stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna try to get everything laid out, guys. You won't be able to see me right now, but I'm gonna see if I can get everything put out the way that I need it to. Okay. so right here, we're gonna put the backing plate on. This is your main joining point. And so you need one of these, front and back, of course. And these are where I wanted washers because of how oval these are right here. You don't need you don't need a lock-in washer on the back because you have the nylon, right? Locking nut. You don't need them on the back, so you try to line them up, and then you're just putting the bolts through. So on the front end, I'm gonna put a washer, it's an M10 washer, okay? I'm gonna just go through, and this is the M10 by 100 size. Put my locking washer on the back, bottom end. All I need is one to be able to hold it. Put one in the middle. It's gonna be your main point to hold. All right, so what you need for this one with the M10s, you need a 17mm socket. And I have one on my drill bit too. You know, I want to turn it over, but you know, it's fine. I'll just do it like this. All right, so we got the first part down. All right, now second part, we gotta get this on. It is not lined up. All right, so now the goal is to attach the rear cross member right here. I mean the front rear cross member, the front cross member. And I had to loosen up these bolts right here just so I can be able to move out this tongue to get everything lined up. So same thing, M10 by 100 washer. I'm gonna just place it straight down the middle with this one first. This one seems like it'll help me line everything up. All right, so we got that part done. So I'm gonna move to the back, the rear cross member. See what we get done. Put on the rear cross member. See if I can get everything lined up, but all right, so far so good. Got the frame down. I'm just gonna go ahead and just hand tighten everything. I did use my impact drill. It helped me out a lot, guys. So helped me move a little bit faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. And then we're gonna start trying to get the axle and everything installed. Gotta turn it over so I can get my axle and everything installed. Gotta break this axle, the paper and everything off of it. Undo these leaf springs too. They gave me 2, and they gave me the leaf spring bolts as well, so that's good. All right, let's get these leaf springs on. So you got your leaf spring inner ring as well, but you want to put this one toward the back. Like that. And you're going to use the M12 by 80 bolt. So I'm glad I got some washers too, so I'm going to use those. I got all stainless steel hardware. There we go, with the lock and washer. I mean with the washer, and then put the nylon lock nut on there. All right, see if we can get us tighten up. I don't think I can tighten it anymore. So let's go to the other side, grab 2 more washers, and we're gonna repeat on the other side. All right, got those on. Now we got to put on the axle, and the axle has to sit right on this little notch right here. Notch. And there's a little notch right there that sits right on this notch. All right, so now you gotta take off your castle nut and your washer. Set them right down there, because then you gotta put on, you gotta bolt everything down too. All right, now we're gonna use these smaller ones, the M10s. I had to undo the bolts. Already had everything lined up. Go over the top. Over the top. Then you'll put your backing plate on right here once you put it over the top. And this one, you got to make sure that bolt that holds the leaf spring together underneath here, this bolt right here, is lined up right there. All right, there we go, guys. All set there. Let's go ahead and do the other side. I'm gonna try to get this tire on right now on here. I'm gonna knock it off the knock his dust cap off. Let's put this on. So I got it back on, got my bearing in. Try to get the washer back on. And then we're gonna try to see if we can get this castle nut seated down in here. So we can get our cotter pin. All right, we're gonna get our channel locks. And the holes right here. Try to get that hole exposed about right there. See, the tire still looks kind of stiff. See? So I got it seated, so I'm gonna back it off a turn. See if I can get it just right there, and it's still free spinning. Now it's stiff. All right. Okay. See if we can get our cotter pin in. To the side right here. Yep. From what I understand from doing it with my boat, this castle knot should be finger tight. Should not be too tight. So when I tighten it too much, the wheel wouldn't spin as much. So I think this is gonna be kind of perfect right here. See, it's constantly freely rotating. I like that. So I'm gonna try to get this bent back. This cotter pin. There we go. No play, no wiggle room. Got that tire on. Now we're just gonna rinse and repeat on the other side, guys. So got the cotter pin in. Castle nut is not too tight. Everything is on. They got plenty of grease in there. I'm gonna pump a little bit more grease just to make sure. But we're gonna go to the other side and repeat, and I'll be right back with you guys. Got everything on, got the bearing on. That's about the space right there that you need. The tire lip rotates freely. Tire on this side rotates freely. Got everything on. So we got our tires on. Let's go ahead and get this trailer turned around, turned over, so we can put the coupler on and all the finishing touches, then run the wires. All right, it's time to get the fenders on. Our last piece on the tire side. Use an M10 by 70 bolt. See if I can get this installed quickly. Okay. Put my washer on. My lock nut. See if I can. There we go. Let it through. Put my lock nut on. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed. All right, guys. Fender on. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get the coupler installed. This is the M10 by 75. M10 by 75. Just need 2 of these right here. But I'm gonna put my safety chain inside first. Make sure they're even. Lock washer. Lock washer. Lock. Nylon nut. Got our coupler on. Easily. Can lift it. Put the safety chain through the first bolt. Take off the little cotter pin. This I'm not going to be needing because I got my own lock on my boat trailer that I always use, which right here. This one is a pack lock, and I like that it can fit on this trailer coupler, so I can interchange. All I got to do is switch out my ball from this is a 1/7 1 7/8. And I can always switch this out and just put a 2 on here. I may just switch this out and put a size 2 on here. So easy to put on. Yep, go all the way through. See? Bam. All right, guys, we got the coupler. We got the fenders on. Now, I think all I'm gonna do now is work on putting the bunk boards on. Put my boards on, and then your mounts and all that. Put my boards on, mount all that stuff right, and then I'm probably gonna have to wire my stuff tomorrow. I'm running out of time today. It's a Sunday evening. All right, so let's see what we can get done today. All right, and I'm gonna get my bunk supports put on. I'm gonna put them at the highest point I can put them. So I'm probably all the way in the middle. I'm not sure how I want them oriented yet, but I don't know. I want to orient them like maybe at a slight cant. We'll see how it turns out when I get these boards on here. I'm pushing them all the way in because my keel is pretty slim on the Catch 110. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get these side marker lights on right here. Looks like to upgrade them, you no longer have to screw up the caps off. And I've already put my little ring terminal on here. So I'm gonna heat shrink it once I test fit everything. Run the wires. I'm not gonna use the connectors that are in the kit. They're just not good. I'm gonna use a 14 to 16 gauge, and I'm gonna splice this wire right here. I'm gonna separate it, and then I'm gonna splice it two different directions. I mean the direction. So I'm gonna go like this, one direction, brown, tie in brown to brown. That's your running light. And then I'm gonna go ahead and connect the back one that way. So let's get it underway. All right, so I got them split now, and I've already sanded away because I know the ground wouldn't go on here on this powder coat. So metal to metal, I've already took my Dremel tool and grounded that away, so I won't have to worry about it. All right, so I'm gonna go brown to brown. Like that. See if these two connect in this 16 gauge. If not, I got a larger size for it. Okay, it looks like they're gonna connect. Pull them. See, got that connect. Now I'm gonna make sure I make this connection to that side on the lead wire. I got these wires brown ran. See, so coming off the trailer is your brown. Is the lead? There's the running wire. Okay. Coming off the trailer this way. So coming from this side, off the trailer, from the front of the trailer, this is this brown one. Coming off your running light is this brown one. I tied those in together so that I can use this heat shrink to seal this down and make it a waterproof connection versus the other ones that had. And then the other part that was cut, I just connected it back in. So now I'm gonna heat gun that down really quick. And this ring terminal connector while we're here. It's not all of that sealed in. Just push everything back in there. And I got extra wire, so in the future, when I need it, I can pull it on out and use it. All right, we're gonna move to this side. I don't know what was going on with that other side, but it was definitely, the screw hole was too small. All right. Okay. All set. Now we're gonna move over to the back, to the rear, see if those lights work without fail. All right. Got everything on there. Okay, now I'm gonna fit, the last thing I'm gonna do is fit the bow stop to the front. And what you need for that is the M10. You're gonna need the M10 by 40s with some washers. Oh. All right, M10 by 40. To put these together, I'm gonna have one about here, one about, yeah, maybe one about right there. Yeah, skip 2 every time. All right, so you got it to the highest point, because to have this hole out, to put your bow stop, see mine, I don't know, it'll probably just bump up against, see my bow right here, so it's most likely just gonna bump up against the nose right here on my kayak. So I had to put the kayak on the bunks so I could see what height I wanted at, but it's basically gonna be at the lowest height for me. So I'm gonna add like a little bow stop, but when I get my jack, I'm gonna put my my winch right in here. Hopefully it fits right here. If not, I'll have to remove one of the bolts and move it down. I may have to do that now because for it to fit, it's probably gonna be difficult. Somewhere in here it'll have to fit. Now we get this stop right here, put forward. It's probably gonna be like this. Just go ahead and put that M10 bolt, the last M10 that you have, through. I don't know where I put my locking pin for the bar. I don't know where that's at, but I'll probably just buy another one, pick up one. All right, guys, so we're all done. Put it through. You gotta have the locking pin. I don't know, I may have threw it away with all the plastics that was with it. Probably overlooked it, but it's gone now. Trash already went out. So I gotta find one, something to hold that in there, but looks like we're gonna be all set. I'm gonna get my rubber bow stop. There's probably be a little stopper right here. We'll even see if I need it or not.